My STBXW came out in early December. I can't move on, really long story. My world is upside down right now. My life feels fake right now and I just want to know how to go back to living my life. So this whole scenario goes back to Thanksgiving. In my house, Thanksgiving is one of the few times a year I can just relax and take a drink. So I got a little buzzed but my wife got wasted. Towards the end of our dinner, I was washing the dishes and my wife stumbled into the kitchen. She was a crying mess and I asked her what was wrong. She slurring her words so badly I could only understand "I'm sorry." I took her to the bedroom, got her glass of water and laid her down. That was the day I started wondering what was going on with her. Then around early December, I went home early because of a bad fall I had at work. I showed up and I was caught off guard by the presence of another car in my driveway. This wasn't a familiar car either. It was a '03 Dodge Durango which I hadn't seen since one of my buddies crashed his back in '05 at a house party. Anyway, I went through the front door and my wife was sitting on the couch with a glass of wine in hand and when I walked in she gave me a giant hug. I asked about the car in the driveway and she said it was a girlfriend. I asked where this girlfriend was and she said that she was taking a shower because she had spilled wine on herself. I didn't buy this story. I just felt in my gut that she was lying to me. So I asked again and she fed me the same story. I had an idea pop in my head at that moment. I just sat down and said I already know, that's why I came home early. Me and my buddies quit playing poker because I had an Oscar-worthy poker face and that came into play here as well. She looked petrified and said no what? I told her that I already knew and that I deserved to hear it from her. She broke. I don't think this would have worked if she hadn't already been drinking. She started apologizing and told me that she wasn't being her whole self and she needed to open and honest with herself. On cue, the woman she had been seeing walked out of the bathroom. The woman froze when she saw me, then sat down next to my wife and held her hand tightly. That was when it clicked for me, my poker face is good but not that good. My wife said I'm sorry you had to find out like this but I can't keep pretending and wasting my life like this. Fuck, this part makes me feel like a sissy. The combination of being shell-shocked, disrespected, and sad became overwhelming and I couldn't help but shed a few tears. I refused to sob. I told the strange woman to leave my house immediately and she at first refused. I'm not an intimidating person or aggressive person but I threw my coffee table across the living room, near my dining table. She looked scared and I, almost sociopathically, calmly told her to leave once more. She tried to again state that she wasn't going anywhere but my wife basically pushed her out. She came back in and started apologizing and saying shit like "You're my best friend and I still love you." At this point the pain of falling off a ladder onto tile and picking a stone coffee table had taken its toll on my back. I crumpled down and laid on my ottoman. My wife came over to comfort me but I flipped out when she touched me and she went to the bedroom. I slept right there on the ottoman. The rest of December was horrible. I really messed up my back and had to go to doctor. I was given some rather strong painkillers and a cane. The painkillers' side effect were drowsiness so I was tired most of the time. Couldn't work because of my back, so I spent the month crying about the death of my marriage and my severe back pain. As well as watching Stargate SG-1. Didn't eat much, I had some crackers every once in a while but I lost almost 13 pounds in 2 weeks. My wife stayed at her girlfriend's house for most of December but she came over for Christmas. She and the girlfriend came over and when my wife saw my dirty clothes, caveman beard, and my swollen eyes, she cried a little. They sat me down and said that my wife was moving on but that she still loves me as a best friend. She wants me to accept her relationship and stayed involved in her life. I found strength for the first time in weeks and told her that I was done with her. She had broken me and I wasn't gonna stand around and congratulate her. She left me alone with a broken back and broken heart. The girlfriend tried to talk but I called her homewrecker. She got rather upset and told her that she wasn't welcome in my house. My wife tried to speak but I cut her off and told her that the homewrecker needs to leave before we discuss any further. The homewrecker left and we talked. I told her that the divorce was coming and that she could take almost nothing from me. I inherited my house well before we got together and both my cars were gifted to me by my uncle around the same time I got my house. She looked a bit disappointed and I told her that this was the last time we'd speak in person. All communication would be through my attorney from now on. She begged to keep in touch but I told her the truth on how I feel. I told that I thought about killing myself at least 10 times a day. I told her that she meant more to me than anything else in the world but she betrayed me. I told her talking to her made me physically sick and I felt little pain. She understood that. So that's where I've been. I think about her all the time now. New Year sucked. I stayed away from alcohol during this period mostly because it's dangerous when used alongside my painkillers. Speaking of the painkillers, I should be rid of them soon. Those painkillers are horrible and I really want to go back to work and do something other than sleep and vomit. Fuck, this got long. I'm sorry guys. This was kinda therapeutic for me in a way. Just letting the words flow really helped me. Has anyone been through something similar? Do you know how to stop thinking of your former partner? Please, I'll accept any advice. Thank you for watching. Comment what do you think about this situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe.